Hi there, today will be the end of April updates of all my plants. Let's start with the Ascocentrum ampullaceum. As you can tell, the spikes are developing nicely, although some of the buds on the ends have blasted, but that's okay, it's not bad for first time blooming for me. And if you look at this side, on this side the buds are really developing their color, and there's one that's just about to open. When all the buds open, I'll do another video showing the full bloom, but right now you guys just get a sneak peek. This is my Ascocentrum curvifolium. In my last update, I said this was a flower spike, but I was wrong. It's actually a keiki. One thing you'll notice about this plant is I cut off the top part. That's because it was starting to... Well, I noticed the leaves were dying and falling off. And when I looked closer, it was starting to rot at the top, so I decided to cut it off. I'm trying to be a bit more careful when watering it, so not getting the upper part wet. So this week I acquired 2 new plants. This one is a Leptotes bicolor. I actually won it in a raffle at my local orchid society, which I just joined this year, so I was pretty happy with that. And this one is RLC Village Chief North Green Genius. I bought this during the Orchid Society meeting, and it's in bud right now. The flowers are supposed to be green and pink, and they're very cute, so that's why I bought it. So I potted up my FDK After Dark SVO Black Pearl, because I was starting to grow roots on this newest growth. This one's doing pretty well. And on my Catasetum saccatum, I think last time I mentioned it was growing this new thing at the top here. So there's a bump there, but it hasn't really gotten much bigger. But it is growing a new growth at the bottom, which is growing pretty well, actually. I'm not sure how I'm going to pot it yet because it's quite a bit high on the pseudobulb. And I've decided to try this Clowesia Grace Dunn in semi-hydroponics. I saw Astrid was having pretty good success, so I wanted to try one of them in semi-hydro. My Seidenfadenia mitrata is doing very well. The root's gotten a lot bigger. I'm probably going to mount it either tonight or tomorrow. So in my last update video, I mentioned that my Masdevallia still had scale. So what I did was I unpotted it and I did the bleach treatment that Ed from Ed's Orchids did. And so far I don't see any new scale, which is great. I've decided to pot it up in semi-hydro. One thing I should mention was that I did have a lot of root loss, and the plant actually split up into multiple pieces, so it's a little bit difficult to pot it up in semi-hydro, but most of the pieces are in this pot, and I will show you the other piece. So this is the other piece of the Masdevallia. Currently I'm just keeping it in a glass with some moist rock wool at the bottom. With something that has no roots, it's doing pretty well. It has a bunch of growths on it, and I see something on one of the leaves there. I'm probably just jumping ahead, but I think it might be a flower spike, but I don't know, we'll see. Sure seems like it, but I've been wrong before. Another big change was I managed to get the Epidendrum into a glass vase. I didn't have to cut many good roots at all. I actually only removed the dead roots, and I just wetted it before I put it in, and it was fine, no problem. Watering has been a lot easier. I just thoroughly spray it until the roots are green, and water does pool at the bottom, so the roots are able to stay wetter longer. So I water it instead of every day, maybe every 2 days, I'd say. And the only problem was I was having trouble stabilizing it in the vase, so I created this wire thing that I've kind of tied the plant to. And the plant looks like this. And this part was previously growing upwards because I had it sideways. In other news with Epidendrum, I'm getting another flush of blooms. think the other location where I had it, I was getting blooms, but they were kind of just coming one by one, but it seems like this one's more coming up as a cluster. Another interesting thing is now that I have it situated upright, whereas previously it was kind of sideways, the flower spike is kind of turning upwards towards the light, which I find kind of interesting. So last time I mentioned my RLC little Toshie had a sheath, and I wasn't sure if I should open the sheath or not because nothing was happening. Well, as I suspected, whatever was developing inside completely dried up. As you can see, it's completely desiccated, so no flowers this time. Hopefully next time I'll get some flowers. This is my Podangis dactyloceras, and I think it's creating a new fan here. At first I thought it was a flower spike, but flower spikes tend to be rounded on the end. But we'll see. My Phalaenopsis cornu-cervi chattaladae has a new leaf on it that's starting. This is a seedling, so seeing new growth like this is very exciting. My Dendrobium bracteosum has a bud on it. This is very exciting because the flowers will last for several months, so this little bud, assuming it doesn't blast, will develop into a huge cluster of flowers. My Bulbophyllum sulawesii has a new growth on it. It's not as good as the flower spike, but I don't think I gave it enough light last year, so a new growth is fine. I'm happy. So other than my flask seedlings, this is my only other kind of fail of this month. This is my Galeottia fimbriata. I had it potted in semi-hydroponics, but I noticed that the available eyes that it had was turning black. So I decided to unpot it and take a look at the roots. Now, when I got the roots, they were broken, but they were firm, so I thought they would be okay, but I decided to just cut them and have it sitting in damp moss, similar to how I did it with my Seidenfadenia mitrata, but the other pseudobulb that was on it was starting to deplete and getting mushy, and it was growing mold, so I decided to kind of just clean it up. I removed the old pseudobulb, and if you look here, what I noticed was that there was a black spot, and I thought this would start to rot, so I decided to cut it off and cover the wound in cinnamon to dry it out. Now, I don't know if this is going to survive or not. The leaves look healthy, but maybe it's just taking a really long time to die. I'm not sure. Even the rhizome. So here's the rhizome where I cut off the old pseudobulb. You can see even this one, it's not white, it's like kind of brownish. So I don't know if this is even alive or not. But we'll see. Maybe a miracle will happen, but I don't know. I'm not ready to give up yet. So another bad thing that happened this month was, for some reason, the top leaves on my Dendrobium lowii died. Not sure why. It's not that close to the light bulb to be caused by that, I don't think. This is a mystery to me. I hope my plant is okay. I also noticed on the newest growth, the top leaf had some black markings on it. It's probably a bacterial infection. I'm not sure where it came from. Maybe I was careless with watering. But yeah, this is also a little bit concerning. There's another leaf inside that's trying to grow, but it might not. A little bit worried about this plant. I hope it's going to be okay. I think it will, but this will set it back a little bit more. So this is my video for today. I had some other plants in spike, but I showed them in my last update video, and nothing else has changed, so there's no point showing it again. So I'm just going to end this with my Ascocentrum ampullaceum spike, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.